1978 was the moment when disco ruled, pop shimmered, and soft rock found its heart. Radio felt electric. Bee Gees grooves, ABBA hooks, and power ballads that turned every car ride into a sing-along. It was a year that blurred the lines between dance floor glitter and heartfelt storytelling. Whether you were spinning vinyl or hearing these songs for the first time, 1978 was pure magic. So let's drop the needle and relive 15 unforgettable pop hits from 1978, songs that still sound just as good today. Number 1. Baker Street, Gerry Rafferty. Few songs capture the reflective mood of 1978 quite like Baker Street. Driven by Raphael Ravenscroft's unforgettable saxophone riff, Gerry Rafferty's smooth, soft rock hit reached number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's tone is wistful, a story of restless dreams and city nights. Rafferty wrote it while walking London's Baker Street, wrestling with fame and solitude after leaving Steeler's wheel. The blend of melancholy lyrics, polished production, and that soaring sax made it feel cinematic, almost like a soundtrack to late-night reflection. It was kept from the number 1 spot only by Andy Gibbs' Shadow Dancing, but time has proven its staying power. Decades later, Baker Street still feels timeless, the perfect bridge between rock sincerity and pop sophistication. Number 2. You Needed Me, Anne Murray. Anne Murray brought tenderness to 1978 with You Needed Me, a gentle ballad that glided to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. Her voice, warm, calm, and sincere, carried a quiet strength. The song's message of gratitude and unconditional love connected deeply with listeners who wanted something real amid disco's dazzle. The arrangement was simple: soft piano, light strings, and just enough space for Murray's emotion to shine through. It earned her a Grammy for Best Female Pop Vocal and became one of her defining career moments. Decades later, You Needed Me remains a comfort song, proof that sometimes the most powerful music whispers instead of shouts. Number 3. Kiss You All Over, Exile. In 1978, Exile surprised everyone with Kiss You All Over, a sultry soft rock hit that ruled the airwaves. It spent 4 weeks at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the year's most unexpected chart toppers. Built on a slow, seductive groove, the song balanced pop hooks with adult sophistication. Mike Chapman's production gave it a shimmering edge, while lead singer Jimmy Stokely delivered every line with aching intensity. Its smooth guitars and sensual lyrics stood apart from disco's glitter, offering something moodier and more intimate. Though Exile never matched this success again, their one major hit left a lasting impression. Every time I'm with you, baby, can't believe it's true. Even today, Kiss You All Over feels like a time capsule of late 70s romance, soft, smoky, and endlessly replayable. Number 4. Le Freak, Chic. Few songs capture the sound of 1978 quite like Chic's Le Freak. With Nile Rodgers' funky guitar riff and Bernard Edwards' tight bass line, it became an instant dance floor classic. Released late that year, it soared to #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and went on to sell millions worldwide. The song was born from frustration. After being denied entry to Studio 54, Rodgers and Edwards turned anger into art. Le Freak wasn't just disco. It was elegance, precision, and joy fused into one irresistible rhythm. More than 4 decades later, it still fills dance floors. The perfect blend of frustration turned into funk perfection.
Nothing but a heartache.
Number 5, It's a Heartache, Bonnie Tyler. Originally a hit in Europe, it soon broke through in the US, climbing to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
It's a fool's game.
The song's lyrics cut straight to the core. Love gone wrong, but with grit instead of tears. Tyler's raw delivery made every word feel earned, a perfect blend of pain and pride.
Feeling like a clown. It's a heartache.
Its simple melody and country rock edge gave it universal appeal, reaching audiences far beyond the disco scene.
Nothing but a fool's game. Standing.
Even today, that voice, gravelly yet vulnerable, can stop listeners in their tracks. It's a Heartache remains proof that heartbreak songs don't have to be fragile. Sometimes they roar with strength instead.
As much as all.
Number 6, Copacabana at the Copa, Barry Manilow. Released in 1978, it spun a vivid story of love, jealousy, and tragedy in a neon-lit nightclub. Set to a Latin disco beat, the song's drama unfolded like a mini-movie. Lola the showgirl, Tony the bartender, and a night that turned fatal. Manilow's lively storytelling, paired with infectious percussion and horns, made it impossible not to picture the glittering chaos of the Copa. It reached number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 and later won a Grammy for Pop Male Vocal Performance. Copacabana still stands as one of pop's most colorful hits, proof that even Heartbreak can sound like a party under the disco lights. Number 7, I Will Survive, Gloria Gaynor. When Gloria Gaynor released I Will Survive in late 1978, no one could have predicted it would become one of the most empowering anthems in pop history. By 1979, it hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won a Grammy for Best Disco Recording. The track's message of resilience after heartbreak struck a chord with millions. Its opening piano line felt fragile, but the moment the beat dropped, it turned into pure strength. Gaynor's soaring vocals carried both pain and triumph, proof that self-belief can turn sorrow into celebration. Decades later, it remains the ultimate breakup and karaoke anthem, uniting generations on dance floors everywhere. Few songs say I made it through with as much joy and conviction as this timeless disco classic. Number 8, Y.M.C.A, Village People. Released in late 1978, this joyous anthem quickly climbed to number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became a cultural phenomenon. With its upbeat horns, driving rhythm, and call-and-response vocals, it was impossible not to join in. And, of course, the arm spelling dance became an instant tradition. The song celebrated community and freedom, messages that resonated far beyond the dance floor. It invited everyone to have fun, be themselves, and move without judgment. From weddings to stadiums, Y.M.C.A. turned ordinary gatherings into collective celebrations. Later, it still does exactly what it was made to do: make people smile, move, and feel like they belong. Number 9. If I Can't Have You, Yvonne Elliman. When Yvonne Elliman recorded If I Can't Have You for the Saturday Night Fever soundtrack, she gave disco one of its most emotional moments. Written by the Bee Gees, it soared to number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in May 1978. Elliman's soulful voice cut through the glitter and lights with pure heartbreak. Her delivery made every line sound like both a plea and a declaration of strength. The song's glossy production, strings, bass, and that steady 4-on-the-floor beat gave it a cinematic feel. It stood out among the dance floor anthems for its sincerity, bridging disco's pulse with timeless emotion. Today, If I Can't Have You still captures that mix of love and longing that defined late 70s romance on the dance floor. Number 10. Last Dance, Donna Summer. Donna Summer's Last Dance wasn't just another disco track, it was a full-blown performance. Released in 1978 and featured in Thank God. It's Friday, it climbed to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and won an Academy Award. The song begins as a ballad, tender and yearning, before erupting into a euphoric dance groove. That slow-to-fast build became its signature, and a staple closing song at clubs everywhere. Summer's powerhouse vocals carried both vulnerability and celebration, capturing the bittersweet feeling of a night about to end. Producer Giorgio Moroder's shimmering arrangement gave the song cinematic sweep, a perfect send-off for the disco era's golden years. To this day, when Last Dance plays, it still feels like the lights dimming and the crowd refusing to leave the floor. Number 11. 3 Times a Lady, Commodores. Lionel Richie and the Commodores melted hearts in 1978 with 3 Times a Lady. The elegant ballad became their first number 1 pop hit and one of the decade's most beloved love songs. Richie wrote it for his parents' anniversary, inspired by his father's words to his mother. That personal touch gave the song its sincerity, love expressed not in grand gestures, but in gratitude. The lush orchestration and Richie's tender delivery turned it into a slow dance favorite at weddings and proms alike. Unlike much of the year's disco energy, this song slowed things down, letting emotion take center stage. Decades later, its timeless warmth still resonates, proof that simple, heartfelt love songs never go out of style. Number 12, Take a Chance on Me, ABBA. ABBA's Take a Chance on Me is pure optimism, wrapped in perfect pop craftsmanship. Released in 1978, it soared to number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of their most enduring hits. The track opens with that playful chant, "Take a Chance," instantly drawing listeners in. It's flirtatious, hopeful, and rhythmically hypnotic. Agnetha and Annie Fried's shimmering harmonies glide over Benny and Bjorn's tight production, capturing the joy of romantic pursuit without a trace of cynicism. It's the sound of confidence meeting innocence, and every beat sparkling like a disco ball. Even today, Take a Chance on Me feels as fresh and uplifting as it did in '78. A reminder that love, like pop music, always rewards a little courage. Number 13, You're the One That I Want, John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Few duets define a movie moment like this one. From the Grease soundtrack, You're the One That I Want exploded onto the charts in 1978, racing to number 1 in both the US and the UK. Its energy is irresistible, a mix of rock and roll swagger, pop melody, and pure chemistry between Travolta and Newton-John. The call and response vocals captured the playful tension of Danny and Sandy's final transformation scene. Every ooh, honey still sparks instant recognition, turning any crowd into a sing-along. The song's success helped Grease become one of the highest-grossing soundtracks ever. More than 4 decades later, that final scene still feels electric. Proof that the right song can turn movie magic into pop immortality. Number 14, Shadow Dancing, Andy Gibb. Andy Gibb's Shadow Dancing was the year's biggest single, spending 7 weeks at number 1 and cementing him as a disco pop heartthrob. Co-written with his Bee Gee brothers, the track blended effortless rhythm with romantic melancholy. Andy's voice glided between sweetness and seduction, making every lyric feel intimate. The groove was smooth but never heavy. It shimmered with that late 70s glow, perfectly tuned for radio and dance floors alike. Tragically, Andy's career would be brief, but Shadow Dancing remains his defining triumph. Youthful, dreamy, and timeless. It's a reminder that sometimes one perfect song can capture both the innocence and glamour of an era. Number 15, Night Fever, Bee Gees. If there's one song that defines 1978, it's Night Fever. Featured on Saturday Night Fever, it owned the charts, staying at number 1 for 8 weeks. The Bee Gees' silky harmonies, layered strings, and smooth rhythm captured everything people loved about disco. You couldn't escape it, and no one wanted to. It wasn't just a soundtrack hit, it was the heartbeat of the disco era, symbolizing freedom, confidence, and weekend escape. Even decades later, its groove still pulls people to the dance floor, like it's Saturday night all over again. that falsetto kicks in, it's not just nostalgia. It's pure joy, reborn every time you hit play. From Bee Gees' grooves to Gerry Rafferty's sax, 1978 was a year when pop music shimmered with every emotion: love, heartbreak, hope, and joy. These songs weren't just hits. They became memories, soundtracks to Saturday nights, long drives, and first dances. Even now, they remind us how powerful a melody can be when it captures a moment in time. So here's the question: which 1978 pop song still plays in your head the moment those first few notes hit?